For some business reaction to the election outcome, I'm joined in studio by Kganki Matabane. He's the CEO of the Black Business Council. Thanks very much for joining us, sir.
Thank you very much for inviting us.
Good stuff. So now many are speculating as to the quality of cabinet that President Cyril Ramaphosa will select to enable an effective and competent government to just enable a conducive environment for the South African economy to grow. What are your thoughts in this regard?
Firstly, we would like to congratulate the ANC on the mandate that has been given for the next 5 years. We also like to congratulate the IEC for the work well done under sometimes difficult circumstances. And we were saying the country has given its mandate to the ruling party. The ruling party must do what the country wants and what the citizens want. So we are... The will of the people has been indicated by the voters, and for us it's not necessarily the number of ministers or the size of the cabinet. We were saying the cabinet should be fit for purpose. Should be fit for purpose. We should see young people. We should see people who are appointed on merit. People who are going to implement the many policies we have. We've got the NDP, we had so many ASKISAs, we had so many policies. So the policies are there.
Yes.
We're saying the policies need to be implemented. So for us, the next 5 years should be the era of policy implementation. It should be an era of eradicating corruption. Because as you may know, as you are aware, there are so many commissions. So the work of those commissions needs to come to some conclusion, and the people who are there has to be dealt with accordingly. So
yes.
We're saying we do not want to see corruption moving forward. So it's not, again, it's not the issue of the size, it's the fit for purpose.
Yes, no, absolutely.
But government, at least at the same time, must be able to demonstrate that they are serious on cost containment. It's important when you look at the size of administration and look at the cost.
Of course.
But it must be fit for purpose.
Absolutely. And then moving on, in terms of what you think government needs to do immediately once it takes once it takes the reins again after the 25th of May, what do you think are the most crucial things that it needs to attend to? Of course, many of our problems are long-term problems and they won't be solved overnight.
I think that the most important one is to stabilize the SOCs, especially ESCOM. ESCOM is very big to fail. It's too big to fail in South Africa. Stabilize it. Also, stabilize the economy. As you are aware, the economy is not creating jobs. Unemployment is still at its highest, and inequality is also still high. So it's to attend to those macro issues. But also from our side, we are saying the focus should be on deepening economic transformation. I will give you an example. We've been calling for the triple PFA to be abolished. We've been working with the National Treasury to work on what they call public procurement bill. The bill has been sitting in cabinet for the past 6 months or so. So from where we're sitting, we're saying, let that bill be taken to cabinet, to be taken for public comment, so that we can deal with the 90-10 and 20-10 issue where transformation only accounts for 10% or 20%. We're saying let's speed up the implementation of transformation.
Do you think also in the implementation of that particular bill that we might see an improvement in terms of ensuring that the procurement process isn't abused in terms of corruption, state capture, etc.?
Yeah, I think that one starts from the type of people that you appoint. The people who are going to be appointed, as starting from ministers to the director generals to the CEOs of parastatals, need to be people with credibility, people who are there to serve, people who are not going there to serve their own interests, but people who are going to serve the country. So once you have the people, the systems are there. The PFMA is there, all the other systems are there, and,
yes.
and the rules are there. We just need to make sure that people do not bend the rules. They implement the rules as they are, the rules that are there.
And Kganki, just lastly, just in terms of you as the BBC, what are your views about what is it that business can do? We're talking about government. Government is important because it has the multiplier effect. It's an injector in terms of creating a conducive environment for business and so on. But what is it that business now needs to start doing to step up to the plate to also help in our in terms of addressing our triple scourge of unemployment, poverty, and inequality?
Yeah, what business needs? Business needs a conducive environment. Once the conducive environment is there, the right leadership is there, the right message is there, business is there to create jobs. So you need an environment that will allow you to create jobs, environment that will allow you to expand. We as black business specifically, we looking for government to also increase funding for black business by, for example, increasing the funding to the National Empowerment Fund, because through that then you are able to fund small businesses and black businesses that then will have a multiplier effect of creating jobs. So we're saying we need to ensure that jobs are created, but create an environment that will allow for jobs to be created, but also ensure that once you've given small business and black businesses opportunities, pay them on time, pay them within 15 days, so that they can be able to then create more jobs, and reduce unemployment and poverty.
Indeed, because we are hearing that a lot of businesses are going out of business because they don't get paid on time, specifically by government. All right, we're going to leave it there. Thank you very much, Kganki, for your time. That was Kganki Matabane. He's the CEO of the Black Business Council.